inventor of the Cosmo inflatable neck pillow. It's been quite a while since you've all been here, so I want to refresh your memory on the rules here at my manor. Firstly, I have been advised by my dear attorney, Mr. Pettibone, that any, all video and audio recordings of tonight's proceedings is strictly prohibited by copyright laws. Secondly, as all my true heirs would know, the entire Cosmo lineage has been blighted with a genetic condition that results in super sensitive eyes when it comes to sudden lighting changes. So I do ask that you don't use the flash on your camera if you do decide to take pictures to remember tonight by. Also, in case of an untimely emergency, please exit through the main doors which you had entered through this evening, or by the side door here to your left. And of course, please use proper etiquette while here at my manor and silence your cell phones. Actually, the preferred option would be for you to put it on airplane mode. You see, I took my dearest housekeeper Lola out to the theater to see a show a few weeks ago, and an Amber Alert was issued. Now, little did I know that an Amber Alert overrides the silent feature. So my college cell phone started to make all kinds of noises in the middle of the show. And then everyone in the theater started to look at me and Laura, and she was a little embarrassed to be seen with me that evening. So I'm hoping to prevent you from the same type of embarrassment. Now, for the housekeeping rules out of the way, the most important thing to remember this evening at Cosmo Manor is have fun and enjoy yourself. Now, Harvey, get out here and start identifying my heirs.
Take a look at all this fucking junk. Ladies and gentlemen, I must confess I am at a disadvantage. It is now past the appointed hour and time to seize the bull by the horns, but the burning question remains just where is Lola the housekeeper? I feel it behooves us to forge ahead and we cannot wait all evening, so I call upon Chuck. Loyal stagehand.
Yeah, what?
Play take one, if you would, my good man.
What?
Take one.
Well, why don't you go and cover the TV first, genius? I think you're number one, too.
Good evening, Pettibone, and welcome, my dear family. Yes, it is I, Bartholomew T. Cosmo, speaking to you from the grave. And I assume that all my heirs are gathered here tonight, along with a boatload of imposters as well. Well, Pettibone, we can take care of them, can't we?
We can?
Well, of course we can. And we must. Before I reveal the details of my disposition of my earthly goods, Pettibone, here are 4 envelopes, and I will have them in this box on the bookcase. Gather them and they will help you identify each of them. Once you have done so, get the stagehand and ask him to play tape 2. And if you need anything, rely on Lola. She knows all. Well, almost all.
Even as he speaks, they are there, one for each heir. But where is Lola? One might think she is conspicuous by her absence, and we cannot wait all evening. We must keep the ball rolling and go once more into the breach. There are those of you in the audience now in possession of my card. I have diminished the field, as it were, narrowed the search for the bona fide Cosmo heirs. Please approach the bench, or rather, the stage. The rest of you, what can I say? Many were called, but few were chosen. Come on down! Cosmo Inheritance Derby. Let the games begin. Are we having some issues down there?
Where are their Deb?
What's the matter?
I only have 2 Deb.
Where are you? Are you with Deb?
Oh, over here. You missed me?
All right.
This is the fake.
You ruined my dramatic opening, so let's try that again. Let the games begin.
See, yeah, counselor. This is too much. 'Tis a simple task to determine who are the real Cosmo heirs. I will show you. Let me go get driver's license, medical marijuana card, my personal favorite, Mensa membership card.
She's right, Pettibone. You can can this whole routine. I've got plenty of ID to prove that I am Bertha Cosmo. I'd like someone to prove I'm not.
I understand what you're saying, of course, but lest you forget what is at stake, I shall jog your memories. $10 million. Minus, of course, my fee. Plus, the rights to the Cosmo inflatable pillow, which are worth 10 times that. No small potatoes, I'd say. Certainly worth cooking up a couple of fake IDs.
I have had some of those fake ideas before. Yeah.
Of course you have.
Well, I'm Cousin Myrtle. I visit Uncle Cosmo every year on my vacation from the mission. Until last year, when he hired that, well, anyway, I'm Cousin Myrtle.
Yeah, sure you are. And I'm Michelle Pfeiffer. I met Myrtle when I was little. You aren't anything like her. And I should know. I'm Cousin Bertha.
Please! We are going to proceed per Mr. Cosmo's instructions and let the chips fall where they may. That's it. End of discussion. You're going to answer my questions and I will decide who is the real McCoy.
But my name's not McCoy. It's Cosmo, ain't it, Deb? Right? Why don't you tell him, Deb? He's got the name all screwed up. Do you think he's gonna get the money screwed up too, Deb?
It's time to separate the wheat from the chaff.
What is he talking about, Deb? I don't want no cereal. Oh, I am here to get my money because that's how Deb says you get babes. Ain't that what you said, Deb? Ain't that what you said?
I know, calm down.
Uh-huh.
And let the nice man ask his question.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of that, you know. Questions. The real Deborah Cosmo has nothing to fear from questions.
Then it's time to put up or shut up. Let's get started with the fair young Melanies. Are you ready to test your mettle, little ladies? Melanie number 1. Think carefully before you answer. Melanie Cosmo is from North Carolina. What is the capital of North Carolina?
Well, hot damn, Deb, no one said nothing about a quiz.
I know, that's easy as pie.
Austin.
That would be Riley.
What?
That would be Raleigh.
Raleigh, that's correct! Raleigh!
This is kind of fun. It's kind of like a personal trivial pursuit.
Melanie number 2. Melanie Cosmo took 12 years of ballet. Show us some steps.
Are you a tap dancer? 3A. Bottom of the pyramid.
Good effort.
I think you might need at least a partial refund for those lessons. Melanie number 3, your question is, Melanie Cosmo had a best friend in the 1st grade. Name her, Melanie.
Oh, hells bells. What was her name? Oh, Uncle Marcus had all sorts of little tricks up his sleeve. It was Jan. No, Janie.
Time's oyster, lamb chop.
You gave Twinkle Toes time to get it together. Now, give me just a second, darling. It's on the tip of my tongue. She borrowed my Crayolas down here every day. And you'd have thought I was simple made of crayons. It was, Jenny Bemis.
Correctamundo, Montel.
That little bitch in years. Best friends. As far as I'm concerned, best friends do not go around telling tales on you. I never touched her damn milk money.
And now, for the tiebreaker. No applause? You will all have an opportunity to answer. It is a question that only the real Melanie could answer, and it is multiple choice. However, and here's the kicker, you must be able to elaborate. Melanie Cosmo lost her virginity, A, in a laundromat, B, in the back seat of an '89 Ford Galaxy, or C, at Walmart. Melanie number 1,
It was at the laundromat.
elaborate.
I mean, that Billy Joe Hunter, man, he wanted to see that spin cycle.
Chuck. The tribe has spoken.
Call me. I love you. Call me.
Melanie number 2.
In the back of the car.
What color was the car?
Purple.
Chuck. You are no longer in the running to be America's next top model.
You big faker, you. That's it, Harvey. I win. I win.
Perhaps, if you can answer the question.
But honey, I'm the only one left.
That cuts no ice with me, I'm afraid. I'm gonna need an answer.
So, no gentleman would expect a lady to answer a question such as this one.
The buzzer stands poised.
How much money did you say we were talking about here?
Plus the patent rights minus my fee. So, your answer, little lady?
It was Walmart.
What department?
What? Oh, you say it was the automotive section, okay? Stu Douglas worked their weekends, and I went to see if I could get a discount on tires for my Camaro.
We've got ourselves a winner here. And if Walmart is smart, they'll get their advertising department busy.
Well, I won her, Deb. Oh, I have decided. Can I have her, Deb? Can I?
Shush, shush, Evie. Remember, she is your cousin. When it comes to shedding, we don't consider relations.
Well, then how come you have all those uncles who stay over, Deb?
I'll explain later.
1 down, 4 to go. Next up, Bertha Cosmo. Bertha number 1. Bertha Cosmo was a spelling champ. Spell ambidextrous.
Well, yeah, but first it was geology, and now it's spelling. My ass is fried, Deb.
Can you put a muzzle on that thing?
Ambidextrous. AMBIDEXTROUS.
That's right! I guess this means you can think with your right or your left brain. And now, Bertha number 2. Bertha Cosmo works as a warden at a school for troubled girls. She doesn't wear a gun because she has a black belt in karate. Show us some moves, Bertha.
Everybody wants to
Well done. And last but not least, Bertha number 3. When she was little, Bertha had an invisible playmate. For a chance to stay in the game, who was that playmate?
That's ridiculous. I most certainly did not have an invisible anything. Bart must have gone off the head in the end.
He was playing with the proverbial full deck, Bertha. Pay or play.
I can't. It's ridiculous.
What's that noise? Could it be the sound of $10 million and a patent flying out the window?
Dundles. Mr. Pudgy Dundles.
And what was Mr. Pudgy Dundle?
What do you mean, what was he? He was imaginary.
Not good enough.
Mr. Dundles was my imaginary sheep. He was my imaginary sheep.
Oh my God, Deb, and they say something's wrong with me. At least I ain't got no pretend sheep wandering around in here.
Hey, I don't think you got much of anything wandering around up there.
Where?
And now, let's cut to the chase, shall we, Berthas? Your final question, the tiebreaker. The question that only the real Bertha could answer. Again, you will all have the opportunity to answer, and you must explain in detail. Even though Bertha is now involved in law enforcement, it wasn't always that way. When she was 17, she was arrested, A, at the prom, B, at the drive-in, or C, at Kmart.
Uncle Cosmo always loved this story.
Please, no comments. Bertha number 1.
At the drive-in, she was imitating the characters of Rocky Horror Picture Show, and she decided to be all the characters.
Are you speaking about yourself in the third person right now?
Yes.
Chuck. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Bertha number 2.
Walmart.
That wasn't even a choice. Chuck. Now, sashay away. I mean, the answers are on the screen. Oh, boy. Well, Bertha number 3.
It was the prom. See, I didn't have a date. This friend of mine, Jason Carpentino, we called him Reptile. He didn't have a date either. So we bought a couple cans of oil, you know, the real heavy viscosity stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And we opened them. Then we went screaming into the dance on Reptile's Harley and threw it all over the prom queen and her court. It was so much fun.
Well, I think that sounds just awful.
What? Hey, someone had called me just one too many names. Teenagers can be so cruel.
I think it sounds like Hell's Angels meets Harry.
I don't know why some people think it's so awful because I did a whole lot worse stuff when I was in high school.
Muzzle.
Well, we were doing a few wheelies around the punch bowl, and I was just about to throw the match on Queen Betsy in the court. But the guidance counselor jumped out in front of the bike, giving Reptile the option of sending him to hog heaven or swerving. So we made a left past the pumpkin coach, and then swerved around the glass slipper centerpiece, and finally crashed the bike into the crepe paper and chicken wire rainbow.
Please go on.
Now, don't be taking notes, Edie.
I wasn't. Talk now?
Yes, please.
Well, by then the cops were there in force, and they drugged me and Reptile to jail. Now, Brother Cosmo, rest in peace, he bailed me out. And since Reptile's dad was the mayor, he got off easy too. But I decided right there and then that I would never do anything like that again, and I would live a straight and narrow life. It turned me around, you might say. And since I had...
She gets it.
I know, you know? So, since I had insight into the troubled mind of a teenage girl, I made it my career. Scaring the living daylights out of kids like me.
Now, I hesitate to ask, but whatever happened to that lizard person?
Reptile! Reptile. He's a monk or a brother somewhere. He just had a hit record. You know that Gregorian chant? There's that tenor. He hits the real high notes. Yeah! That's Reptile! That's Reptile! One too many crashes and strap a bike, if you know what I mean.
Well, we're cooking now. Cousin Myrtles, if you please. Myrtle number 1. Myrtle Cosmo has been a missionary in Canada for the past 10 years. Who is the current Prime Minister of Canada?
Trudeau.
That's correct! Justin Trudeau! Myrtle number 2. Here's your question. It's a video question.
Myrtle number 2, here's your question. My niece Myrtle is the expert bird whistler. Whistle the call of the red and yellow crescent breasted, blue-footed.
Watch out for those flocks of boobies.